Every successful career begins with a story, not comfort, but of courage. Welcome to Career Compass, the podcast where we navigate dreams, opportunities, and real stories behind success. I am your host, Rosel Tita, a career counselor, an educator, and a believer in the power of education to transform lives. And today, I want to ask you something very personal. Have you ever felt disadvantaged? Like life gave others a map while you were expected to find your way through the dark alone? Maybe you come from a school with limited resources. Maybe you have watched others move ahead simply because they had the opportunities you never had. Or maybe right now you are quietly fighting battles nobody sees. Well, this episode is for you. You see, I grew up and studied in a small village called Mbonge in Meme Division, Southwest Region, Cameroon. And when I say a village, I mean exactly no electricity, no internet, no library. Imagine preparing for major national examination without Google, without proper textbooks, and sometimes without teachers for certain subjects. Yes, you heard me right. There were subjects where we literally had no teacher. We struggled through those subjects ourselves, borrowing notes, asking friends some questions, teaching one another, and studying late in the night, hoping somehow we will understand enough for the exams. And let me paint this picture for you. At night, we studied without bush lamps, not rechargeable lamps, bush lamps. The kind that filled the room with smoke while your eyes burned from exhaustion. Sometimes you could barely see your notebook clearly, but we kept going because deep down we believed education was our way forward. Now, here is the part that changed my life forever. Despite all those challenges, despite competing against students with electricity, internet access, private lessons, libraries, and every educational privileges you can imagine, we sat for the same GCE examination. We wrote and answered the same question. They used the same marking scheme for our scripts, and we all had the same expectations. And guess what? We passed with flying colors. Why? Because sometimes determination becomes greater than disadvantage. You see, many young Cameroonians today believe success belongs only to those with perfect conditions. But let me tell you something very important. Your environment may slow you down, but it does not have to define your destination. Maybe you are listening to me right now from a small town. Maybe your school lacks resources. Maybe people around you think your dreams are too big. But never confuse limited resources with limited potential. That village boy studying under a bush lamp is today speaking to students across different countries about careers, about scholarship, about education, and other opportunities. And that is why Career Compass exists today. This podcast is not just all about careers. It is about direction. It is about resilience. It is about helping young people discover that opportunities are possible even when life starts unfairly. In the coming episodes, we will talk about scholarship, studying abroad, career choices, leadership, overcoming setbacks, and real student success stories that would inspire you to keep pushing forward. So, wherever you're listening today, remember this. Your background is part of your story, but it does not have to limit your future I am Russell Tita, and this is Career Compass. See you in the next episode.